Anyway, back to this.
Box. Don't you know how false flag that is?
You can tell that there's a lot of discourse emerging now where basically all the people who knew stochastic terrorism and understood it as a concept very, very...
Dude, don't you know Hassan would never promote terrorism? He would never promote, like, radicalizing extremism. He would never promote this kind of stuff, okay? So I don't even know how you could possibly tie it back to Hassan, okay? Hassan would never, alright? Hassan does not endorse radical actions, except for the times in which he said, what do you expect Hamas to do? Sit around and do nothing, except rape women?
Very, very well.
Loner is alright for the most part. I just don't take anything those guys say on women seriously after the Destiny thing will. Wait, what do you know of Lonerbox specifically? Like, again, like, me and Lonerbox, okay? Right, listen, things happen, alright?
Are suddenly completely oblivious about it.
God damn, over here looking like the, fuck, what does she look? She looks like fucking Voldemort, man. Look at it. Why the fuck is your lighting like this? Fix that shit. Also, just like I can pause it and dissect everything that she says, but this video is already an hour long, so I'm not going to be doing that. But yeah, Hassan is, he just loves terrorism. He loves it so much. He says it all the time. He says how much he loves terrorism. Yep. Yep, genius. I'm also going to turn the speed up a little bit.
Stop, don't take it like that.
Yeah. How there could be any kind of through line. They have no idea how there could be any kind of through line from, you know, saying that Zionism is Nazism. Anyone who is even slightly Zionist should be treated like a Nazi. They can't even be the local dog catcher.
No, Buckle, no.
What did we do with Nazis? Well, we killed them. We murdered them. Well, we didn't even murder them. We killed them in a war.
The fuck are you talking about, man? No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Ever heard of Operation Paperclip? We gave them jobs. The real Nazis. Okay, yeah, we killed the foot soldiers, yeah. But, like, the powers that be making young men shoot each other, yeah, like, that's just, like, it's not because they were Nazis. It's just because... It's just, like, the way it works. But, no, our government did not, like, abhor Nazis. They did not, like, they just didn't. They gave them jobs, man. They gave them jobs. They gave them cover. As long as they were scientists. But, like, even the, like, non-Operation Paperclip Nazis that were able to escape to Argentina, do you think our government couldn't have found them if they wanted to? I just think it is silly to say that our country, like I get what, I understand what he's saying here. He's saying that, like, you know, oh, like, we killed Nazis, so what, you want us to kill Zionists too? And it's like, nah, man, like, we don't need to kill the Zionists. We just don't, we need to stop sending them fucking weapons. That's it.
And the ones who survived, a lot of them were, you know, some of them were thrown into re-education camps. A lot of them faced, like, prosecutions. Like, the way you defeated Nazism was by invading the country. And, like, nowadays, Nazis are, like, outcasts. Like, they should be. They're socially outcasts. So if you think this should happen to Zionists, or anyone you perceive to be Zionist, because the definition of Zionist is so loosely defined to basically mean anyone who has even the slight...
Wait, anyone even a slight what? Anyone even a slight what? It's not, we're not loosey-goosey with Zionism, okay? Words have meaning. Words have meaning. So, no, not everyone is a Zionist. Anybody that supports Israel is a Zionist, whether they understand what Zionism is or not. You could have no idea what Zionism is, what the ideology is and what it implies. But by supporting Israel, you are a Zionist. That's how it works, because what is Zionism? Zionism is the idea that the hills of Zion are for the Jews. Okay, Israel is for the Jews. Israel is for Israelis. Excuse me. That's what it means. So even if you are ignorant to that fact, even if you're ignorant to what the definition of Zionism is, if you think that Israel is for the Jews, then you're a Zionist.
I just mean them all being one-sided after time all went down. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean by?
It's so loosely defined to basically mean anyone who has even the slight.
I just mean them all being one-sided after time all went down. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean by one-sided? What do you mean by that?
This sympathy for Israel, or
Oh, I just mean them all being one-sided after time all went
Israeli people,
down.
then they would come under that hammer. The problem is that also encompasses the majority of Jews in the world. It actually encompasses the majority of Jews in the diaspora as well.
Yeah, Lonerbox, he said that the other day as well. It's a lie. It's an outrageous lie. And it's nefarious as well, because of the anti-Semitic undertones of it. I mean, it's not even an undertone. It's just overtly anti-Semitic to say that all Jews support Israel. Most Jews support Israel. No, man, they don't. A lot of, maybe you could argue that a high percentage of Jews are like in favor of the Israeli project. Be like, you could argue that like more than 50% of Jews, a majority of Jews, believe in the Zionist project continuing. Okay, not in its current form. Okay, like you could say that. I would disagree with you. I would disagree with you on that, but that would be more accurate than what he's saying. That would be less of an exaggerated lie. Like, no, Jews are not very happy with Israel right now, especially right now. You know, because of all the civilian murder, because of all the child murder that the IDF is doing. Yeah, generally, Jewish people don't like child murder. And therefore, many of them, in fact, are like very outspoken and opposed to the state of Israel in general. But most Jewish people, I think, probably just are like, you know, Israel's gone too far. Like we need to rein them in. Like somebody needs to do something. Somebody's got to stop them. That's it. I think that most people in general aren't paying attention to this, and when they do, they are horrified. When big news happens, they are horrified. When there's mass destruction or deaths, people are shocked by that. But generally, everyone's a Zionist. Nobody wants the Israeli project to end. They just want to see a change of power. But what they don't realize is that won't happen, because Netanyahu, or if it did happen, it would be even worse. The next Israeli administration would be even worse than the current Prime Minister Netanyahu's administration, because the reason that Netanyahu is unpopular in Israel isn't because he's too bloodthirsty. It's because he's not bloodthirsty enough. I'm not even kidding, man. Like, the Israelis want Netanyahu to go harder on Gaza because they don't feel safe. And that's an important note, okay? Like, these people, these Israelis, are still, at the end of the day, human. Like, they're not just they're not all psychos. They're not all psychopaths. I mean, they kind of are psychopaths, but like they live in fear. They live in fear because of propaganda and because of real material violence that happens sparsely throughout mainland Israel, the heart of Israel. But still, violence does happen against Israelis. Proportionally, a lot less than in Gaza, but that's a different point for a different point. Or it's a different fact for a different point. But let's continue on. Let's just continue.
And then people say, "Oh no, but how could you conflate Zionism with Judaism?" It's like, well, most Jews do that. Most Jews would cross the threshold for an extremist to call them a Zionist with the things that they say and believe about Israel. So
why is that? Could it be because if you are a Jewish American or a Jewish European growing up in your respective country, you are taught that Israel has a right to exist and has a right to defend itself because we deserve it, like, or some shit. Like, yeah, we know, like, most Jewish people are like tacitly or softly pro-Israel. That doesn't mean that they like what's going on. And if they were to most Jewish people that I've talked to, like, you can convince them that Israel should not exist and like ideally won't exist in the future. And then the question becomes like what will happen to the Israelis? And the answer that I have for that question is they should be allowed to come here, to my country, the United States. And I'm not saying that that's a perfect solution, but we created these problems, so they can come here. That's what I think. Okay, if the Israeli regime dissolves today, and the occupation ends, and Israel, I don't think that there will be a lot of retaliation from Palestinians, but if Israelis are worried about that, retaliation from Palestinians or other countries, then let them come here. Let them come to America. They will be much safer here. They would be safer here right now than they would be in Israel. Like, that's the thing. Like, that's one thing that people I don't think understand about Israelis. Like, you have to want to be there. You have to. It is dangerous living there, and everybody knows it. That's why they're afraid. Okay, like, there are bombs and shit going off. Yeah, it doesn't like happen constantly like in an active war zone, but like, still, living with the living there knowing that a bomb could drop on top of your head any second is like, it's pretty fucked up. So anyway, like, you gotta wanna be there to live there. I don't know, man. Like, anywhere would be safer. Literally anywhere. Maybe not anywhere for if you're Jewish, but yeah, certainly America, certainly Europe. For now, I don't know. They are becoming more right wing, so we'll see how that works out.
I mean, not particularly surprising.
Might not be the safest place for Jewish
again,
people.
People want to talk about making arguments for who you blame or like whatever else. The argument I would make is it doesn't matter. Same as what you would make with Christ.
Like blacklisted Destiny over that drama stuff. Well, I think Destiny himself doesn't really want to. He himself doesn't really want to do things just maybe because he has a court case going on and he doesn't want to compromise his his position by being like ambushed or something. I'm sure. No. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's like not trying to talk to people on purpose, right?
Church.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say that it's on purpose necessarily. I don't think anybody wants to touch Destiny with a 10-foot pole right now. And hopefully permanently. Because I would love to see Destiny fall into obscurity, into the annals of history. No pun intended. He is a gross person. I've never liked him. I even in the glory days, okay, even in like the fucking JonTron era, I never liked him. I never even thought that he was a particularly good debater, and I know that a lot of people think he is, but I I don't even think he's as good at debating as I am, and I have very little formal training. But he's not a great debater. He fucks up all the time. He fucks up his debates. Like that one with Ben Shapiro that happened a couple years back. That one was so embarrassing. Like, how could anybody watch that shit and be pro Destiny and then be like, yeah, he did a good job arguing his points there. Like, if you agreed with him on what he was trying to argue, then you should just be pissed off that he fucked it up that bad. But anyway, let's keep going. I don't give a fuck about this.
Who he was watching or what he was reading before he carried out the attack. What matters is not results-based analysis for this. It is what is the rhetoric and what would the rhetoric logically lead to. So, if you look at the rhetoric and people are saying that
they all shit talked him. I know why Destiny isn't. I mean, it's really hard not to shit talk Destiny, right? Like in that specific case, no?
They think Zionism is Nazism.
Yeah.
They just use violence against Nazis.
Because what he did was like evil. He recorded his partner. For anybody that doesn't know, he recorded his partner having sex with him. His wife, I think his wife, or his longtime girlfriend, or something. I'm pretty sure his wife, actually. They're married. Not for long, but he had sex with her and recorded it without telling her, and then sent it to a 19-year-old, a barely legal 19-year-old. And this man is like 37. Actually, how old is Destiny? He's pushing 40, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's 36.
Is like punch Nazis,
Crazy
kill
stuff.
Nazis. Anyone who is slightly sympathetic to Israel, we're going to consider a Nazi. What's the logical conclusion? Well, you either socially outcast them at the minimum, or you assault them, or you kill them. Right? Like that's kind of where that leads. Fortunately, most of these people.
Yeah, and that's why the real genociders are the leftist. Okay, they just want to murder all Jewish people. They're calling all Jewish people Zionists in the hopes that one day it will be socially acceptable for them to murder them. That's what Lonerbox is saying. How insane is that? Like, when I say it like that, it exposes how insane it is. But that don't be mistaken. I'm not twisting his words. That is what he's saying. He's saying that leftist, or like people disguised as leftist or whatever, are saying that all Jewish people are Nazis. We're saying that, and we're saying it for the express purposes of killing them, with the excuse being that they're Nazis, but really we want to kill them because they're Jews. That's the real reason. And like, how does that, why, like, it would be infinitely more effective to just like do what the Nazis did. If you want to kill Jews, just like spread misinformation, spread propaganda, tell everyone that Jews are controlling the media, and Jews control the banks, and Jews control our country, and then kill them. And then well, actually not and then kill them, and then say that you're gonna deport them. We're gonna deport them, but we'll arrest them first, and then while we try to figure out where to send them, we're gonna put them in these fun little camps, and then you murder them. That is a much more straightforward, much more effective playbook if you want to genocide Jewish people. But leftists don't actually, obviously, they don't want to kill Jewish people. That's insanity. That's insanity. Lonerbox is just, like, I don't know. I don't know if he's dumb. I don't know if he's, like, just, if this is, like, the new move that we're doing on the pro-Israel side. I mean, I do know. It's not even new. What the fuck am I saying, man? I'm sorry. Did I mention I'm hungover? I am. And it's Sunday.
Politically useless, so
I
they're
need more
never really
coffee.
going to act on any of their political ambitions beyond being annoying on social media. That seems to be the only talent they really have. But every now and then, someone's going to step out of the woodworks and do something mental. You know, we had Aaron Bushnell setting himself on fire after Reddit posting about how October 7th was justified. And then now we've got another one here. So it's just... By the same token, no one blames Hamas for... in October 2023, shortly after October 7th, I think a Palestinian child in America was murdered by a racist white dude. Sorry, but I don't recall anyone blaming Hamas for that attack, or at least no one on the left, and they're right not to. Right-wingers might try to say that. They might try to blame Hamas for it, but that's stupid. When you see acts of like violence and racial discrimination and targeted violence,
As for that, they should wait for how they preach for everyone else. Well, I mean, the courts would not matter all that much, right? If that makes sense, because whether or not the court...
What is he saying? What is he saying here? So he's saying that we're not blaming Hamas for the death of a child in America that was killed by a racist person. Therefore what? Like, what is the equivalence? Therefore the IDF is innocent and they're beautiful and they have a right to defend themselves.
It shouldn't affect your moral conviction, right? Like, you should still take a moral stand, even though, like, the legal could lean one way or another. Like, I could see a future in which Destiny, gets fucked over by his court case, even though he's been bashing Pixie, right? Like Pixie's court case thing. But I can also see a future in which Destiny wins because everything he said was correct, and everyone goes, "Oh, see, Destiny was telling the truth about the court cases the entire time." Well, that's really clever, right? Because
You think what? Why are you doing this? Foodshops? Why are you defending him? Why? What he did, which he did do it. There is no way he didn't. You realize it's impossible that what he did, it did not happen. It definitely did happen, and because it happened, it's irredeemable. If I did something like that, and I never would, I would never be able to forgive myself. He recorded her, someone that loved him, somebody that trusted him. He recorded her and then, like, shared the video with a 19-year-old, among others, probably. Like, I doubt he just sent it to one person and that was that. Nah, man. That was just the person that blew the whistle. So, yeah, I know that Destiny came out, and for those of you that don't know, Destiny came out, and he was like, it actually wasn't as bad as it seems, like, I actually am such a great guy, I'm such a good person, and my evil bitch wife is lying. Is lying about, like, I can't remember what he said she was lying about, but, like, some menial detail, some trivial detail, because he cannot deny the meat of these allegations, the meat and potatoes. He can only, like, try to refute, like, some small details to try and, like, undermine her credibility or some shit. And it's insanity. He's not gonna win. He will lose this court case. He should not fight it. Like, for his own sake, he should just settle. If his wife will even settle with him, which is unlikely because I think she wants to fucking twist the knife, you know? And I mean, look, I'm a Christian. Like, I was taught to turn the other cheek, but like, I can't. I'm not gonna judge her for that. I'm not. Like, I don't know what the fuck I would do, and like, it would be. I feel like it's more bad for that to happen to a woman, but even as a man, if somebody did that to me, I'd kill him. Like, I would like see red. Like, I do not. My worst nightmare is the reason I don't send nudes to anyone. My worst nightmare is that getting like my naked pictures getting back to my family or some shit. Even just my friends, like, that would be kind of embarrassing, but my family, like, that's a nightmare. Especially because I know there's some motherfuckers that would love to spam all of my family's emails with just like horrifying pictures of me. Anyway, that's why I don't take nudes.
The information that's been laid out, the information
That's why I
that's
don't
been given,
send
and
them.
acting
I'm
upon
paranoid.
that information with your own moral system, right? Oh, she's outed herself on the money thing, haha. Yeah, I mean, like, it seems as though Pixie doesn't know what the fuck she's doing, right? Like, that's what it seems to be like. However, you know, obviously, you know, the reason why I don't cover the Pixie legal shit is because, like, I'm not entirely sure what the fuck I'm supposed to say here. Like,
she doesn't know what she's doing as far as the, like, legal processing goes. She has a lawyer to do that for her. Are you stupid?
Like, I'm not a lawyer.
Shit.
I'm not, like, anybody. Like,
No
that,
shit.
so
Neither is
I'm trying to be
she.
careful with what I say about legal shit.
You blame the perpetrators and the rhetoricians who say things that would lead people to that conclusion.
Like,
that's who you blame. You don't blame ISIS for Christchurch, right? You
Yo,
don't blame
Pixie is playing dumb. She's playing dumb about something she has no expertise in. She has no, like yeah, like, she talks about it probably. I'm sure not very often, but not to her audience anyway. But yeah, like, she knows what she's doing because she's being guided by a lawyer. That's what lawyers do. They guide you through the legal process. That's what you pay them fucking $400 an hour for.
like you blame, or Islamic states that do problematic things. You blame the perpetrators and the rhetoric.
Like, Miskiff won his court case, but he surely did bring up some fucked up stuff. I'm sure, and here's the thing, okay? I still think that, you know, they covered stuff up.
That was a
I'm
different
pretty sure he still
scenario.
sent Higa to go and talk to Adriana Lee to make, like, a doctored version of a Twitlonger. I
don't remember all the details of the Misgive case. There's just, like, there's only so much room in my brain. But, Destiny, what he did was so much worse, and so there is so much evidence. There is an overwhelming amount of evidence against him. Like, he did this for sure. Even if the court said he was innocent, I would, unless there is evidence that proves his innocence that I don't know about, which is not the case because like, he did do this. Like, number one, you would need evidence to prove his innocence, and that would involve proving that the current evidence that we know about was manufactured, or at least tampered in some way. But it wasn't, because he did it. So, yeah. It wasn't as clear cut with Mizkif.
I still can't view, you know, Mizkif the same way anymore, right? Well, I mean, I never really viewed Mizkif the same way, but, you know, it is what it is, right?
I don't really give a fuck about Mizkif.
I can understand stand for that, but all to shit talk and blacklist and all that's foolish. No, it's not just blacklisting. No one is talking about blacklisting Destiny, okay? Like, I think, dude...
I wouldn't say no one.
Wasn't it recently that Rob Nord literally called Peaceco a Destiny orbiter or something like that? Like, people still think that this is the case, right? Like, I don't know.
And the rhetoric that inspires those perpetrators. That's how I'd put it, but, you know. So is Hamas to blame for this? I'm going to say no. For this particular thing, apart from the fact that they talk about spreading the intifada and all that shit, maybe. But, you know, this was the event that they were attending, the two people. So I think one guy, the guy was a Christian with a Jewish father, right? The Christian Zionist with a Jewish father. His girlfriend, who he was about to propose to, she was a Jew, right? She was an American Jew. This is the event they were at. It was called the Young Diplomats Reception because they worked for the Israeli embassy. We are excited to invite you to the annual AJC.
Well, I know from Hutch that Papa Gut guy I'll have. Oh, I don't know about Papa Gut. I don't know about Hutch, though. But, yeah.
Access Young Diplomats Reception on Wednesday, May 21st, sorry. This special event brings together young Jewish professionals 22 to 45 and the DC diplomatic community for an evening dedicated to fostering unity and celebrating Jewish heritage. Join us for heavy appetizers, cocktails, conversations, and a special guest speaker. So I don't really know if there's any specific targeting that was taking place of any individuals. I think you just went to this event because I don't even know why you would choose a Young Diplomats Reception hosted by the American Jewish Committee. I think attendees were also from, there's like the Multi-Faith Alliance it's called, and Isra Aid was one of the nonprofits. Isra Aid, which is a dumb name, but okay. And apparently also there were
Papa Gut is another left-leaning creator. I'm sure he would agree with like 95% of what you think. I have seen some of Papa Gut's content before. I have tuned into several of his live streams. He seems pretty okay. Like, he's not like controversial or anything like that. He seems like a very like normal person-ish kind of
prophets
person.
on humanitarian diplomacy
He's not too bad.
from the region. And they were working together, in their own words, in response to humanitarian crises throughout the Middle East.
Doesn't make for an interesting stream, though.
This is what the BBC
I don't know. I don't know anything about
opportunity to bring Jewish young professionals and the
my streams are boring
if you're
as
the
shit.
shooter, okay, if you're like a pro-Palestinian, I just don't really quite understand why you would cheer on actions like this when you pretend to be like pragmatic about things. Like if you really believe in pragmatism, I just don't get like what you're trying to aim, you know, in terms of like shooting up a fucking venue, right, for diplomats to Israel, right? Like not gonna lie, a lot of these people are probably really sympathetic to, you know, the Palestinian plight, right? Like a lot of these people are unironically like pro-Palestinian. No, I don't like. There are plenty of Jewish people who are like.
No, I do have a take on this, and I've heard this before. If you are pro-Israel, you can't. She's right. You can be sympathetic to Palestinians. Okay, sure, you can, like, feel bad. You can feel sorry for them. Okay, but that doesn't mean... Feeling sorry for Palestinians doesn't mean you're pro-Palestine, dumbass. It doesn't... If you're still saying, like, like, I feel really bad for Palestinians. I feel so bad for them. But Israel has the right to blow them up. Like, you're not... You're okay, like, you're not pro-Palestinian then. You don't actually give a fuck about Palestinians then. Just because you say you're sad for them. You're, oh, it's so sad. Oh, I'm so sad right now. That doesn't mean you're fucking pro-Palestinian.
That, right? But the thing is that they're not going to be crazy like Hassan. They're not going to be crazy like the shooter. But like they're sympathetic to both, right? That's what a lot of young American Jewish or Zionist people like actually think. But obviously, you know, the way that people
yeah, but you can't both sides this shit. You just can't, because on one side you have a group of people that are in an open air concentration camp where they're being ruthlessly and routinely slaughtered and blown up into red mist. And on the other side, you have the occupying force, the unimaginably large, from the perspective of like Palestinians, like this unstoppable killing machine, this meat grinder that is the IDF. So, yeah, you can't both sides this shit. You can't say, like, oh, I feel bad for both sides. Or like, you can't say you're on both sides when there is an extreme difference in proportional power. You have defenseless, innocent civilians on one side, and then you have the IDF on the other side, blowing them up. It's not equivalent. That's the
Just
point.
like, oh, once you're a Zionist, you're always a Zionist, and nothing will ever change that, and therefore that makes me justified in killing you or something.
No, not nothing will change that. People do change their minds, okay? Maybe there are leftists out there. Well, there certainly are leftists out there that just think that once a Nazi, always a Nazi, and like I get that. I understand that there are people that believe that. They are wrong. I think they're wrong. I believe people can change. I believe Zionists can come around. I think that they can figure out what's really going on here. But anyway, to say that like all leftist or all pro-Palestinian people, just like, not only do we think of Zionists as Nazis, but actually want, like you can never change your perspective. We all think, apparently all leftists think that you can, what the fuck am I trying to say right now, man? Also, what I'm trying to say is what Foodshops is saying is that all leftists like believe that Zionists are evil and they'll never change, and there's no hope for that. So we should just kill them. That's what she's saying. We think, and also she's saying that we also think that all Jews are Zionist or whatever, and it's just not the reality. Like, I am living proof of this. I have totally 180'd on my political views, and I talk about this quite often. When I was 15, I was a Trump supporter. That's where I started. Okay, I would say, I mean, I was political before then, maybe, but I remember when Trump first appeared on my television, I said, I was sitting with my mom and my grandparents, and I said, he's gonna be the president. And they laughed at me. And they fucking laughed at me. And they should, of course they did. And they should have. Okay, but they didn't know what I knew. Which was that, like, Trump is a fucking diva, okay? And he is a genuine person, I think. I mean, he does lie a lot. It may be kind of funny to hear me say that when he lies so much. But when I say he's a genuine person, I mean, like, he gives off the vibe that he's genuine. Other politicians seem fake. They seem manufactured. Like they came off of an assembly line. And Trump was a stark contrast to that. And I recognized that the moment he was on TV, just telling it like it is. He was, he's just gonna say what he thinks. He's just gonna say it like it is. Okay, that's why we liked him. And I was wrong. I was stupid. Of course I was. But anyway, all that is to say, I changed my mind, and other people can too. Everybody can. Not everyone will. True. Even if a Zionist were to like dig their heels in and like firmly stand by their pro-Israel position, I would say that person still doesn't just deserve death, okay? Like, you don't, like, no, and I don't think any leftist would, no serious leftist would be like, yeah, like, we should put people like that to death. Most of us just would say this person either needs to be re-educated, okay, or, more realistically, just, like, leave them behind. Like, just like, okay, like, they're gonna be stupid. Well, as long as they have no power, it doesn't matter. Like, you can be as racist and as evil as you want to be, as long as you aren't hurting anybody, and as long as your rhetoric isn't, as long as it doesn't have any actual institutional power behind it, then it doesn't fucking matter, okay? Like, it's like, It's like saying, like, should Nazis should, like, white supremacist people living in communist Russia, should they be killed? You know, that's like the most extreme example I can think of. Like, hypothetically, if there were a small group of Nazis in communist Russia, should they be put to death? I would say probably not, because they have no fucking power there. They have no hope of ever, realistically, in that scenario, they have no hope of actually gaining institutional power to, you know, put their beliefs in the material world. So similarly, if there were Zionists if my country were to do the right thing, the United States, if it were to do the right thing and stop supporting Israel, then I could give a fuck if you're a Zionist and you live here. Okay, if we're not sending them weapons, then I don't give a fuck what you say. But anyway, because we don't live in that society, I do care, and I do care about Zionists and what they say, and I think that ideally, in an ideal society, if we were to stop sending weapons to Israel, and there were Zionists in our country, and they were saying these things, I still don't think we should murder them. We should try to re-educate them.
You also kept making AI videos of Nicholas kissing someone. Oh, I saw that's funny. To be honest, I think people that support this can do nothing wrong.
But it's really great that you would characterize me that way. That's
they're
great.
Typically in the group of people that really does do nothing wrong.
I just want to murder Jews. That's what I want, right?
He is a nihilist maker. Yeah, 100%. Like, by the way, I just want to say this, okay? If you actually want to have a good leftist revolution, if you actually want that to happen, you need to be able to motivate people. You need to be able to get people to move and to work and to, like, be proud of something that they make, okay? You have a lot of, like, young communist people, like, online who are saying, oh, of course I'm proud of, like, the Soviet states. Of course I'm proud of the USSR. Of course I'm proud about these things. Well, I mean, then you're not actually proud, are you? Right? Because if you're really proud, you would actually go out and do something. You would actually go out and, you know, help out poor people or you know, actually make a workers' union more stronger.
Yeah, no. No, that's not true. That's not true at all. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Acts of kindness, like feeding the poor, are great. They're really nice. They make you feel good. You know, if you want to go work in a soup kitchen, if you want to, like, donate some amount of money to people that are starving, that's great. Okay, it's just that people are still gonna starve. Like, effectively, you might as well do nothing, because there is no institutional change. A random act of kindness is not going to solve institutional problems. If they did, then the church would have fixed homelessness a long time ago. Because, as you are probably aware, churches in this country feed the homeless more than anyone. But we still have homeless people. We still have starving people. Why? Because as long as our government allows it to happen, they have the power to stop it. And only they. So as long as they do nothing, as long as they allow it, people gonna be starving. So yeah, it really doesn't matter if you go out there and help the homeless. I think what does matter is calling these things out and calling for real change. Our government should be responsible for improving the lives of its constituents, but instead they are improving the lives of the mega rich. That's what they've always done since way before I was born. So as long as I can remember, this is just the state of things. And yeah, a lot of people are like disheartened by this current situation. But there is still hope. And I think that Foodshops is correct that you need people to be motivated to like form a leftist coalition. In order to do that, you need motivation. But yeah, like going to food. Look, I assure you, man. People like me that are like leftist and they're like really extreme or whatever. They're going to town hall meetings. Okay, like people that are like me that are brain rotted. Like we're motivated, man. I assure you. Anyway, let's
something like that. But I don't see any of that. I don't see actual pride. What I see instead is a lot of complaining and nihilism. You know, these people are just complaining.
What is there to be proud of? I am proud of my country for the little that it's done, but I acknowledge that it's just a little. We have done terrible, awful atrocities throughout our country's existence. And yeah, I'm a be complaining about that. I don't like it. I can't complain about it. I gotta be like super prideful all the time. Like, yeah, I know I'm not like super proud of my country. I still love my country. I love America. I don't want to go anywhere else. I hope I'm not forced to. But like I'm just not like that's why we will never beat Republicans when it comes to patriotism. Okay, because to a right-winger, to a nationalist, America can do no wrong unless it involves like giving black people jobs or like giving gender-affirming health care or like allowing abortions. That's the only time our country fucks up to them. But to me, our country is like a fascist-leaning. Like we're attempting to form an ethno-state, basically, a white ethno-state, and yeah, I'm not proud of that. Okay, I'm not. You're never gonna convince me to be proud of that. I'm not gonna be proud of every little fucking thing that our country does, especially when it's evil, when it's doing evil shit.
Disenfranchised from everything, and they don't want to do anything. They just want to lay there and die. And you know what's the funniest thing is that people who are in poor conditions, you know, they will a lot of times they will actually do a lot more than them. Okay, a lot more people, like a lot of these like lefties. Okay, they're like suburban, middle to upper class people who are incredibly privileged to be in the positions that they are in. And the reason why they...
Oh my god, man, I hate this. I hate this argument. I hate this bullshit so fucking much. Okay, because it is rooted in truth. There is some truth to what she's saying here. Yes, people that are like in positions of wealth, right, and positions of privilege, they have been awarded the opportunity through no hard work of their own. Okay, like people that are born into this kind of life, upper middle class, suburban family. They, through no fault of their own, are given opportunities that that the average person does not have. Okay, they are given time to think, to learn. Most people in the country or on the planet, they have to work. There's no free time. Okay, there is only providing for your loved ones. And so there is no time to like become a fucking communist. Like you cannot read Marxist theory when you're struggling to feed your fucking family. Like, nobody's gonna fucking do that. Okay, so yeah, like, you know, people that are like on the tail end of true wealth in this country, people that are like upper middle class, okay, they're not like mega rich. They are, you know, more likely than probably anybody else in the country to be. They are more likely to become real communist, real like thought crime havers, thought crime committers. And anyway, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're wrong, because they like they come from a place of privilege. Okay, like, yeah, we all come. If you're born in America, you are better off than most people on the planet. Okay, that doesn't mean that you're like having a great time, though. Like, there are still plenty of poor people here, plenty of starving people. They are more fortunate than poor people in third world nations. But still, not great. And you can make the same argument about these, like, spoiled rich kids that she's talking about. They may be in more fortunate positions of wealth and power, but they're a drop in the bucket compared to the mega rich, the 100 billionaires. Okay, the people with hundreds of billions of dollars. It's almost like a white suburban kid is equally as powerless as like a very, very unfortunate person that lives in a really rundown neighborhood or a poverty-stricken community. Anyway.
They found leftism in the first place is because they had life so easy to the point where they're trying to find purpose in life, right? I think that's part of the problem. Meanwhile, you have like poor people who are entirely motivated to improve the family conditions, to improve the conditions of their community, who are actually going out and doing praxis, but they do not like present themselves as a lefty. They present themselves as a hardcore liberal who voted for Biden and shit. Like I'm sorry, I'm sorry, but the real people who are doing praxis, okay, the real people who you consider to be doing praxis are not lefties. They're all liberals, all right? They're all liberals who just want a better life for their children, okay? Like, that's it. That's literally it.
True. Yeah, there is no real leftist movement in our country. There is only liberalism. Liberalism is the furthest left that you go, and let me tell you, it is a right-wing ideology. Liberalism is right-wing, bro. It just is. Our founding fathers were liberals, and sure, relative to the Republican agenda, the liberal agenda is more left. Yes. But anyway, the reason that these, like, whoever the fuck you're talking about, these, like, hard-working liberals, which those people do exist, okay, the reason that they aren't communist is because they don't understand, they don't have the scope, they don't see the bigger picture, which is that our society that we live in is like ultra like evil. Basically, like we're like doing so much evil shit overseas, and it is all in the name of profit. It is all in the name of capital. People like this, they don't have time to like read the fucking Communist Manifesto, Das Kapital. Like, they're not gonna do that. I'm not even saying that they should do that. Okay, as long as they're like moving the needle to the left, I don't really give a fuck. But anyway, let's keep going.
Maybe if you have like this rich communist that could use his money to the cause, yeah, like, dude, the thing is, you know what's so funny is that a lot of these people, like, unironically, they could just like, they have so much power, and you know what's so sad is that they have so much power and they don't use it. They don't use any of this power that they have, right? I don't know, like, I don't know. It's just like really disappointing to see. You know, like at least if I were to talk about them like some kind of actual political force, maybe there's something to talk about. But how it comes off is that they grew up rich, they were spoiled, they lost meaning in life, and they found leftism as a way to socialize with other people online because they're really lonely in real life. And then in the end, they resort to they just resort to arguing on Discord servers, because that's all they do. Meanwhile, look at me, right? Like I have volunteered for people who get out there to vote to help people win elections and campaigns for progressive candidates, right? And none of I'm sorry, but none of the people that I talk to typically are like hardcore lefties, all right? Like most of them are like very mild lefties at the most left, and the vast majority of them complain about organizations like the DSA. They complain about socialists who don't do anything because all they do is complain and criticize their own organization that actually does something, right? How could you criticize from a position that you don't that you're espoused to represent but don't do any actions to actually do? Right, like you don't actually do anything. Yeah, it's some of the most entitled, pathetic shit ever, dude. It's it is what it is.
diplomatic community together.
Okay.
Its description said humanitarian aid organizers responding to humanitarian crises in the Middle East, including Gaza, were invited. So again, I really don't know what kind of quote-unquote intel this guy had over this area, but it looks like he just went up to the entrance and this couple was outside and he just shot them. So that's pretty crazy. That's pretty. I don't know why that's supposed to help Palestine, but
good question.
I have heard from some people, at least, kicking around. I have heard that attacking
Black moms in these communities are super organized.
the quote-unquote propagandists and weapon companies and politicians and Hasbroids behind this genocide. I have heard that people like that have direct physical access. Yeah, people in the West have direct physical access to those people, and protesting's not enough and need to escalate. I wonder, wow, that's crazy. What could that possibly mean? Have you seen Hassan reacting to it yet? No. No, I have not. But I'm sure we will. We'll see all of the reactions. Don't worry. This is the 80.
Yeah, I kind of zoned out for a minute there. I'm sorry. Oh. I'm going to go check on my laundry real quick. All right, back to this.
DL talking about it on CNN.
Yes, right now is the CEO and National Director of the Anti-Defamation League, Jonathan Greenblatt. Jonathan, thank you for being here. But, I mean, what do you do with this? It is just horrific.
Look, first of all, I think all of our hearts break for the young couple who was killed, for everyone in the Washington, D.C. community. I mean, think about it. These people, their only...
Why is this 360p? Well done, ADL.
Only offense was going to the Jewish museum. They were killed because they attended a Jewish event. I mean, I gotta say, Kate, in many ways, this was inevitable. I mean, think about the data. We've talked about it before. ADL systematically tracks anti-Semitic incidents. We have seen a historic rise. 5 out of the last 6 years, we've reached record numbers. And look, 6 weeks ago, a man firebombed the governor's mansion in Harris.
There's a chilling video from the girl from 8 years ago talking about anti-Semitism. Well, send me a link. Link's in Discord. Discord.gg/learnerbox. Go into stream suggest.
Bro, I am hungry now.
Wait, why do I have so many clips? Oh shit. He created one yesterday? Aw. Thanks, Donut. Here, let's watch one of these. Let's watch the latest. What is this? No, 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 no. Get out of here, man. Bullshit, man. Yeah, that was bullshit. Alright, what is this? From that. Oh, that was this run. I approve too, Donut. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, Donut. That was a pretty epic fight. I like that. That was a good time. Yup. Let's go kill him. I still have most of my spell points. What was it I used a spell point on?
Probably on a spell.
Wait, were we at the, oh, yeah, we were there. I still have most of my spell points. Why can't, oh. Yo, September, May. Okay, Kerrigan made this clip. Rooftop. Holy crap, man. So it was facing that way, right in front of us. Which is exactly where the last guy was shot. Honestly, we could probably just hang out on this rooftop and wait for him to shoot someone else. He'll probably do it before tomorrow. Yo, I need to play this game on stream again. That's a fun game. It gets kind of boring though, and you need mods. You need mods as well. I wonder if I still have that that mod pack. I probably do. All right. Anyway. Drive, which I need for the T440p, but I do have an NVMe for the P50. I was talking about laptops here. The T440p was a ThinkPad. Except I do have a 2.5-inch drive. But the P50 is... My voice just cracked, bro. What? The P50 is faster. The processor... True. It has a... Fuck! It has a DGPU. I mean, right there? He was right there? What? And then doesn't hesitate. Immediately just has fucking bullseye reaction time. Fucking bitch. Fat fucking cunt. Fuck you. What? No! Oh yeah, hell yeah. I miss when I used to stream like this. I need to go back to this. Hate this guy. Hate this fucking guy. God damn it. Fuck you! Get the fuck out of here. Asshole. Back in November? When was I playing this game, man? When did I start playing this game? In the middle of a video when I have YouTube premium. Of course this is what happens. Oh no! Bruh. Bruh. That's the worst that's ever happened to me in Minecraft. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, what did I have? In the middle of a video when I have YouTube premium. Of course this is what happens. Oh no! Wait, what happened? No! Wait. Of course I was mining. What happened? Oh, what? I don't even remember this. I don't even remember this happening. Damn, it was just like instant too. I just like oops. Oh no! Middle of a video when I have YouTube premium. Of course this is what happens. Oh no! Damn. My white voice. Hi, how are you?
Wait, notice black? There's like the white voice.
I just shook my head. He has like a white voice. Yeah, man. Yo, I'm having fun. I haven't watched any of these. This is my first time. Let's keep going. But anyway, so nasty that it's probably somewhat of a travesty, having me daily told the people you can call me your majesty. Keep your battery charged, you know it won't stick, yo. And it's not his fault you kick slow. Should've let your chick cold just sit glow. Plus nobody couldn't do nothing once he let the brick go. And you know I know that's a bunch of snow. The beat is so butter. Peep the slow cutter as he uttered a calm flow. I don't know about my mom's, yo. I don't know how it's in sync. Like I don't know how it's that in sync. It should be like 200 milliseconds off because of the Bluetooth. And there's no way I was compensating for it. Like I couldn't have. But I have noticed that the delay with Bluetooth devices, it like varies. It just kind of like it gets worse. It gets like the latency slows, but there has to be some latency with a wireless device. Like, I mean, even with a wired device, there's technically latency, but like anyway, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say here. I don't know how that synced up that well, but like what I'm saying is, I was rapping, and I was listening to it on my Bluetooth headphones. But the headphones are Bluetooth, so there's a 200 millisecond delay, technically, like I said, it varies, but generally it is a fact that it takes about 200 milliseconds for the audio data to reach your Bluetooth headphones. So anyway, 200 milliseconds might not seem like that much, but it in fact is, okay, even though it's like a lot less than a second. I think it's like a fifth of a second, I think. It's still like when it comes to like being on time in a song, it's like everything, okay? You'll be, if you're 200 milliseconds off beat, then it doesn't matter if it's just 200 milliseconds. You're offbeat. Like, offbeat is offbeat. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know how it turned out like that, but it did. Rip. $30 minutes. 30 minutes? Yo, I really want to play this game again. Actually,
Turn it down. You.
I'm not turning down the money.
Not turning down the money.
Why did I sound like Muscle Man? I was trying to do a Jesse Pinkman voice, but I'm not turning down the money, bro. I'm turning down you. All right. I wanted to see. They got Crash Bandicoot on Steam. When did they add that? The fuck? Wait, is that real or was that just in the poster? Oh shit. Wait, what is it? Did they have the original? I think that's what this is. Insane Trilogy. It's got to be the first 3 games. They're like remastered? Holy shit. I might have to play this. I don't know. I'm not very good at platformers, but I remember playing this at church. They had like 3 PlayStation 2s. Or maybe it was the original. Yeah, no, it had to be. Because I remember they had this game. They had the original Crash Bandicoot. And, oh man, I played that every time. I looked forward to going to church because of that. But it was only Sunday school. Only Sunday school. Once we went to service, it was, I had no more chances to play it. But also Wednesday nights. We'd go there, and I don't know why. I don't know why people go to church on Wednesday nights, actually. I never understood that. But anyway. What do we got? We got Prototype 2. I remember that game. I remember that shit. Damn, they got a lot of stuff on sale right now. They got SWAT 3. That's a classic. It's a classic. If you hate yourself, you'll love that game. They got Call of Duty. Is this the new one? Yeah. Which of these is good? I don't even know. I haven't played really any Call of Duty. Maybe like some of this one's good, I think. Right? It's Black Ops 3. Black Ops 2. It's pretty good. I like the look of this one. All right. Anyway, what I wanted to check was Schedule 1. When is this update coming out, man? This is what I'm looking forward to. They're adding lockers, item slots, and employee property transfers, and then a few of these things. Oh yeah, the trash pickup. I'm looking forward to that because it's square instead of circular. The trash can pickup area is now visible. I thought it always was, wasn't it? Huh. In the process of setting up an in-game voting system, and will likely run the first vote next week. When it's active, you'll be able to vote on what you want to see in the next major update. The options will probably be cartel, police, and shrooms. And me personally, I like the idea of shrooms, but I don't really know how much content you could make around that. I think the cartel is a better idea. I think the cartel would be a good update. The police need to be reworked too. And the thing is, we need all 3 of these things. This game needs all 3 of these things. It needs more drugs, of course, more products to sell. I don't think that adding in a new drug is necessarily the right move. I think that maybe instead they should rework the mixing mechanic to make it more viable for like people that like want to make money, because right now there's no point in mixing. There's literally no point. But anyway, the cartel update. This is we need a police expansion too, but adding the cartel would be a better idea. I think this would I think that this kind of update would take him the longest, but it would be it'd make the game a lot more interesting, in my opinion. And then so basically, like, I think that he should do all three of these things, but add them in this order. Okay, start with the cartel, then do the police expansion, and then add more drugs. But also, one more thing, rework the, like, drug mixing mechanic. Rework that. Anyway, when this new update comes out, I'll play this game. I'm not gonna play the beta. I'm not gonna do that. We're not playing web fishing either. Back to this. Oh yeah, I wanna. No! Son of a bitch! Fuck. No, chat, no. God damn it. Fucking cops. Yeah, fuck the cops. How did that even happen? I wasn't looking for a second. Oh, yeah, I was trying to make a deal with that guy. No! I stood there. What was I doing, man? SMH. There's more grease. It's just spitting out more grease.
Does it stop?
No.
Bro.
I don't even think I did that time. There was a time where I set that off, but it just wasn't that one.
Where'd you go?
Gotta kill that dog.
Right over here!
Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. No! I almost dodged, bro. Fuck! Ah! Alright, there's a few more. Baldur's Gate.
Oh, have you ever pushed her off and she just died like that?
I don't know if you can. I think she'll just teleport back up. Damn.
She's like right here somewhere, like between us.
Yup. Let's go kill him. What?
Probably on a spell.
You received a reward for Mojang Focus Retention Helmet. Click to redeem. Redeem your Minecraft code? Huh? Hold on, I have to copy that code. I can't. Bruh. What the fuck is this? What? Shit, focus retention helmet. Oh shit! I got a cape. I got a cape 2 months ago. No! I need that. I need that. Wait, how did I? What? How do I do this? Go to my I want to view my notifications like I need to be able to copy. Okay, hold on. Alerts? How? Man. Maybe I just gotta type it in. I don't know. I'll just type it in. Fuck it. Alright. It is, hopefully nobody stole it. 32H 2YV. I don't have to. And wait. Oh, I'm not even signed in, man. God damn it. Boom. Got it. Home cape. Interesting. Okay. Well, it's not there yet, but the pan cape. At least I got the pan cape. So when do I get the home cape? Okay. Well, that's all I really care about. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the other thing is just for Bedrock, so I don't really care about that. But anyway, content, clips, back to the clips. Still got this one from that. That was, I approve too, Donut. Go to bed. Go to bed, Donut.
Sorry, I'm just
All right,
like
back to this.
Look, how I feel.
We're only
from
18
day to day
minutes
is
in,
just
man.
like so fucking sporadic. Okay. I
Holy
can either be
crap.
extremely depressed, extremely happy, or I can be like really hungry or really full. Okay, it's just like,
Since the stuff there.
yeah,
This is something about the
Jesus.
event, just to double check.
it's over.
Biggest event of the year, bringing together Jewish young professionals in the diplomatic community. We're excited to introduce this year's theme, Turning Pain into Purpose.
More burritos,
Hear
right.
from members of the Multi-Faith Alliance and Israel Aid. They delve into humanitarian diplomacy and how a coalition of organizations from the region and for the region are working together in response for humanitarian crises throughout the Middle East and North Africa region. Well, business attire. Hey.
Harrisburg and tried to kill Josh Shapiro and his family. And that was 6 weeks ago, 6 months
If the
ago.
fault is the perpetrators, why does Vox blame the war on Hamas? That is the most brain-dead thing I've ever heard in my chat in my life. That's like saying that you would blame... Responding to an attacker is not the same as responding to something that's happening on the other side of the world by attacking someone loosely associated on your side of the world. Do you understand that? So attacking Muslims in New Zealand because you're upset about what ISIS is doing, that's not quite the same as responding to a de facto state military that is invading you, that's trying to attack you. How do you think these are analogous, you idiot?
Go. Yeah.
That is what I said. What do you think I'm missing here? I'm saying that
I am a Mongoloid. That is what I am. I'm sorry.
because Israel is doing things over in Gaza, that doesn't mean you should take it out on people who are barely loosely connected in America. That's not the same as responding to an attack directly on you.
Yeah.
So
Dude,
Okay.
okay, because of the ways that Palestinians are suffering in Gaza, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go out and punch the nearest Jewish person. Okay, I'm gonna walk up to my synagogue, all right, and do some praxis. Okay, see, this is what we call praxis. All right, is punching Jewish people. All right.
Yeah. So that's what they're saying. The funny thing is that she's like saying it like it's a joke, like it's like so ludicrous and crazy, because it's a crazy thing to do. But they're saying that that's what pro-Palestinians want to do. They're like, oh yeah, they just hate Jews. They blame everything on Jews and they want to like attack Jews and whatnot. And it's not just like disingenuous. It's not just bad faith. It is like mental illness. It's insanity. It's psychopathy to say that. To say what she's saying right now and like laugh about it, but then like she's gonna turn around and be like, yeah, that's actually what they want. That's actually what American leftists want that are like pro-Palestine. They actually want to do that. And okay, I guess that's what we want. Okay, I'm sorry, man. I'm fucking tired right now, but we're gonna keep going anyway.
Right? That Jew? All right, dude. Listen, 70% of the time they're like ultra Zionist. Okay, so and they've had like at least one thought, that is very sympathetic to Israel at some point. So that gives me the full right to go up to the local synagogue and punch a Jewish person and say, "Free, free Palestine." That's praxis, right? That's what these people mean when they say practice. No, I thought she was black. I'm black. I'm black.
No.
Chinese. No, I'm black.
No, that's what they want. Yeah. I mean, no. Yeah, they want to attack Jews, don't they? No, we don't. Nobody does. Not nobody, but nobody that is genuinely, seriously pro-Palestinian because they care about Palestinians actually wants to do that. Nobody wants to attack Jews. Nobody blames Jews. That's crazy. That's crazy. Nobody is saying that. It's Zionism. And yeah, there are Jews out there that are sympathetic to Zionism. Okay, that's bad. That doesn't mean that they're Nazis. Okay, there were in Nazi fucking Germany, not everybody was a Nazi. A lot of people living in Nazi Germany were just passive about the Nazi regime. They just allowed it to happen. They just didn't really care. Okay, that makes them Nazi sympathizers. That makes you a Nazi apologist. To say nothing, to be silent, is to be an apologist. And of course, doing apologia will make you an apologist as well. So we can say that these people that passively defend Israel or or even are silent about it, we can say that they are Zionist apologists. Okay, basically the same as Nazi apologists. But it's not the same thing. It's not. And saying that we think it's the same thing is is a straw man. Okay, like she's doing a lot of straw manning here. Like that thing about the like rich woke leftist or whatever. Like, yeah, there's like so many like upper middle class rich woke liberal kids, spoiled rich liberal woke kids. There's so many of them, and it's like, and they're so stupid and like, or whatever. And it's just like, okay, like you're just like, you are having these thoughts in your head, and it's just like, it's so stupid. Like, it's so fucking, like, you're having these like scenarios in your head, like you're imagining these things happening, and then tearing them down. And it, like, be serious about this. Please be serious about this. It's fucking important.
Icon Chinese, Taiwanese, okay?
For example, the Nazis invade the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union responds. I don't blame the Soviet Union for their counterattacks against the Nazis, because the Nazis invaded them. I would blame someone if there were... I do blame, for example, Stalin.
Okay, now me, because I'm an ex-Muslim. They'll teach those. True. Okay? Congrats on escaping your cult, by the way.
For taking all the ethnic Germans in Russia and deporting them to Siberia, because they were unrelated. A lot of them didn't even speak German. He just saw them as a potential fifth column and sent them all the way to Siberia. Do you see the difference there? I don't blame the Soviets for their attacks against the Nazis because they were attacked. I do blame the Soviets for taking out some of their action on their local ethnic German population and sending them to Siberia.
You know what's so hard is that I really want to hate all religions, but then when I think of Jewish people, I'm like, but they're kind of base though. I feel like, but they're kind of base though, aren't they?
Siberia, the Volga Germans. Do you understand?
It's really
or
hard,
are you actually just like a 12 IQ, desperate for a god?
It's hard for me. It's hard for me to dislike Jewish people.
Sure.
All right.
FBI detained a man with explosives in his car in Gainesville, Florida. He was going to head down to the APAC office to murder people. I mean, look, this happened just a few blocks
Like
from...
that you changed your goalpost now. What was my original goalpost, you moron? What was my original goalpost? How is that You're trolling. Okay, you're trolling. Go have a nap. Take a 24-hour nap. Bye-bye.
The U.S. Capitol. I mean, this is terrifying, and it's just got to stop.
I mean, what does it, you talk about the record number of incidents and you put out this report, it's the highest number of anti-Semitic incidents.
I have a Jewish friend. We used to play in a band together. Yeah, what happened to him? Did you kill him? You anti-Semitic freak. I'm kidding. I love you, okay?
That you guys have seen since, in what is it, the 46 years that ADL has even been tracking anti-Semitic incidents. But are they also becoming more violent? I mean, two people are dead this morning.
That's a great point. So yes, they are becoming more violent. We've seen a rise in harassment and vandalism, but it's the violence that it almost seems inevitable, Kate. Like, look, I'm angry today. I'm angry because we have been saying this. You know, when people scream lies, or protesters about the Jewish people or the Jewish state, accuse us of being Zionists and committing genocide, these lies...
I think that proselytism makes religion a very different thing. I'm not entirely sure what that means. Okay, you need to stop using lefty terms, okay? Okay.
Lies have consequences, and repeating them and normalizing them. Those who tell us that anti-Zionism is a legitimate political ideology, it's not. Those who say that chanting intifada revolution is legitimate, it's not. And so when you call for violence, we shouldn't be surprised when violence actually ensues. And now we've lost two beautiful young people as a result, and it's a tragedy for the whole country.
There is a question if there was any security failure, if this person was on anyone's radar.
Their chicks are hot. Jewish women are some of the hottest chicks, okay? One of the biggest crushes that I ever had in college was a Jewish woman, okay? God, she is so pretty.
That I don't think is yet to know unless you've heard anything.
Well,
but what do you I mean, have you heard anything?
Well, look, the ADL Center on Extremism monitors extremist groups.
Oh, proselytism is when religion wants to spread? Okay.
Like the Party of Socialism and Liberation, or PSL, that this man was associated with.
Now, as far as I know, this person met with this group like a couple of times in 2017, if even that. But I don't think he's had any close association with them since.
And I like black girls and Asian girls more. Oh, so you're into Filipino women.
The PSL also condemned the attack. The socialist organization that this guy did something with, like, in 2017. The PSL...
What? I'm just saying.
Actually, from all I can see, didn't do this whole, like, oh, Zionism is making the place unsafe. Like, they didn't do anything.
Don't call me out like that? Oh, dude. Listen. my fucking radar is pinpoint accurate. Okay, all right.
Can we
You
just
take
talk
me-
about the video, man? They're talking. Come on. They're talking about Hassan right now. I know they didn't name drop him. Okay, but they're talking about him. Like this is your thing. You love this. We're talking about like which race has the hottest women or which like ethnicity has the hottest women. What the fuck are we fucking talking about? It's.
What you like,
I
okay,
mean,
know
it's not her
exactly what
fault.
kind of
It's her
people you're into,
chatters.
okay?
Said
It's
that
easy
they
peasy.
condemned the attack. So they seem to be actually
Okay, now you gotta donate money. I'm kidding.
fairly okay in response to this, but who knows? That's all. I only saw one post. I could be wrong.
Is associated with another, that is an anti-capitalist, anti-Western, and anti-Zionist group which regularly employs anti-Semitic rhetoric. So we know PSL. And look, there are extremists on all sides.
Let me get a
The fringes
close up
seem to
on
be-
that hair.
Like these people.
Sure thing. Anything for you, Donut. Anything for you. Don't mind my headphone dent. That dang old headphone dent. Oh, wait, hold up. What do you think? How did I do? I know. You're shocked. You're shocked to your very core. I might have to visit your neighborhood. Bro, I look like fucking Eminem right now. I look like motherfucking, like... I look like Eminem. I don't really know what else to say. It did turn out pretty good, though. I like it. It was a good look for him. I wish he'd go back to it, but it probably damaged his scalp too much. Why didn't you do your brows and stash? I don't know. It just didn't really feel like it. Who did it? You or someone else? I had a professional do it, actually. Yep. I have a friend who's in school for it right now. So I got it for free. Free. You're gonna hate me saying this word. Wait, you're gonna say what you look like, and you look like a twink. I don't just look like a twink. I am. Like, I'm not. It's not something I'm proud of, but like, it's just a fact, okay? But it won't last forever. I know that. I can't wait until I get older and I look more like refined and ripe. I'll go through twink death, but I'm looking forward to twink death, okay? I'm gonna be old and wrinkly, and I'm gonna be an old man with a long beard. Nah, man, enjoy your 20s as much as possible. You go from twink to twunk. Now, twunk, I actually don't really... I assume that a twunk is just like a more, like, buff twink, like a more muscular twink. But you're gonna be a silver fox. That's just like a word that means, like, hot old man, right? That's what that means? Yeah, you're right. I will be a silver fox. But I'm gonna have a beard. I'm gonna be like a old wizard man. How you know that? Know what? About silver foxes? About how they're like old and hot? I think it's just obvious. Like, it kind of is in the name. But anyway, if I'm right about the twunk thing, then I definitely have been a twunk in the past, okay? Because I used to be fucking jacked. I used to be jacked as fuck, Donut.
Raiden, show me who did it. She kind of bad, though. Is that Frost?
She kind of bad, though.
Hey,
Wait, no,
what's up,
no,
guys?
no,
Welcome
go
to
back. I want to
Module
play.
3 of
Run that back.
Raiden, show me who did it. She kind of bad, though. Is that Frost?
Is that Frost?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's up,
Welcome to
guys? I am going through this course right now. I'm streaming it, so you might see me streaming this. I'm on module, like, I'm much further than this. Is this the one I'm on? Oh no, this ain't it. I will be looking at this one later, though. I need to pull up the playlist. Yeah, but anyway. Show me a photo of you being Jack LMAO. I want to see. I can't do that. I can't do that. Those pictures are... I was actually talking about this earlier. Like I do have, like back then, I did take pictures. I do have, like, thirst trap pictures of myself. Because I don't... Because number one, I keep them for my records and nobody else's. Nobody else's. And even though I trust you, Donut, I do trust you, even the people I trust, I don't send pictures like that to. I don't send nudes, I don't do any of that, because I don't want it to get back to my family. And I'm not saying that you would share them with other people, but I don't know, like I don't want to see nudes, I just want to see buff pic of you. Well, like, you know, yeah, I'm not gonna. I know you don't want to see my nudes, bro. I don't actually have any. But that's why I don't want to send you thirst trap pictures. That's it. I'm gay. I see men all the time. Yeah, I see them all the time too. I see men when I go outside. Unfortunately, I wish I didn't have to. Wish I could walk like and not have to interact with men. Or at least not straight men. No lie, man, if you're one of my crackers, I don't look at my friends like that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not about that either. It's not like that. I didn't say crackers. I know, but I did. But I did because I can say it because I have the pass. Show me a beach pic. No, Donut. No, none of that. None of that. You say you're not into me. You say you're not into me, but you pushing this is giving me a different idea, I think. Which is okay. I don't mind if you're attracted to me. I'm flattered by it. But everyone has a beach pic. I only ask because you're so tiny. I'm not that tiny. I'm like I argue that, okay? I am 5'7". Yes, that is like people consider that like short king or whatever, but like that I'm taller than the average man globally. And I'm only slightly shorter than the average American man, who's like 5'8", I think. Or maybe it is 5'7", I don't even know. Showed you my fro as a kid. I remember that. You did do that. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's a little bit different though. That's a little bit different, Donut. And anyway, I do want to get that buff again. But you came into chat. You came in here and I'm happy to have you here. I am doing political commentary right now. This video has another 45 minutes. And look, I now have been hate watching this person long enough. I want to yo, she's got a Discord. I want to debate this person now. I really do. And I was thinking about it, and I have the perfect debate topic. Because she's gonna think that it'll be like an easy dunk, and I will really get to flex my brain, because it gets pretty convoluted when you start talking about this topic. And the topic that I am talking about is Hassan Piker a terrorist supporter, a terrorist sympathizer, whatever? Is he Hamas, Diddy Piker, or whatever? And the answer is, obviously, in my opinion, no. Oh God, I gotta get my wait. Did you dye your blonde because it's the best features? Did you dye your blonde because it's the best features? No, I did it as like a joke, and it was funny. It was a good bit, but I'm probably not going to do it again. Did you dye your hair blonde because it's the best feature? What color are your eyes? Brown, dark brown. Like people used to think my eyes were People used to think my eyes were just like really dilated all the time, but they're actually just very dark brown. Make them blue. Nah. What's up with you in the Aryan shit, man? You're like, yo, blonde hair, blue eyes. So I think people that got like really blue eyes, they look freaky. They look freaky, man. Like I don't know, they look like aliens. Like let's look up some like ultra blue eyes. Like very bright. Oh wait, no, that's the Blue Eyes White Dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, like people that look like this. Obviously, this shit is like photoshopped, but like people that have eyes like this, they look scary, man. Look like aliens. They do, but it's a rare freaky, so people love it. Have you seen black people with natural blue eyes? I don't know. I can't actually. Well, not natural, no, but you know, fucking Hobson. Fucking Hobson. I'm pretty sure. I'm like 90% sure he wears contacts. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, he kind of. Yeah, look at that shit, man. Why do that? Is that his natural eye color? I hope not, for his sake. I know, like, you know, you might think when I say this, like, oh, like you're saying scary black man, but this person looks scary. Like, if I saw this person and I saw his eyes, I would be like, he is from the underworld. Like, this person is from, Jesse Williams is mixed, but he's hot. As a black man, that is not natural. Yeah, I mean, Hobson is not... let's look it up. I wonder if his eyes are real. Also, I don't know if you know who Hobson is, but he is the worst rapper of all time, I think. I think he might actually be the worst. Eyes real? Hobson is known for wearing white colored contact lenses, of course. Yeah, I mean, look, it was stylistically it's not a bad idea. I'll give him that. It was a good idea doing that. But hold on, I want to hear that one bar. The Hobson Slither line. God, I don't want to spoil it. Hold on, I don't want to. Oh, it's called Hop is Back. That's it. Yeah. Hop is back. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yeah, 11 years ago. Yo, this is a classic right here. Type is biracial women, and that's what we look in 72 years. We're a tiny blonde man. Of course, you're scared of us. Okay. Okay. I'm generally not scared of black people. It's a meme. Like, it's a meme that, like, if black people are like scary, but I've never had that problem. I've never been like scared of black people, or like quick to be like, oh, like you're angry, like angry black man meme. I know you are. Good, dog. I was just watching now watch this video with me. I had to watch this. Now you do too. Have you seen this?
Like, I made you hot. Like, I helped that. I helped your engine. You feel me? I'm a part of your success.
Yeah,
I'm a fan, so I see what you should be doing. I know. I follow your career. Why you ain't picking up the phone?
No, I have not seen it. LOL. Alright, well, get ready. This is about to be the hardest shit you've ever seen. Look at that white guy. Why does he look like that?
It's cool. We can take a picture. We can take a picture. Come on. What are you doing? Put your hand down. Get the picture. Oh, Hop, you don't like pictures with fans? Yeah, you're
you gotta have a white friend with you. Talk to the police. I wouldn't bring, if I were a black man, I wouldn't bring this guy around. Stupid looking hat. Stop making fun of him. Stop making fun of him. No. No. Stop bullying him. he's going sicko mode.
Bullshit, come off of that. Someone tell these motherfuckers that
Hop is back.
I got my do-rag on with my fitted sitting on it now. I'm ready to fuck the game up, nigga.
Yeah, punch him, yeah. Yeah, strangle him, yeah, kill him.
Yeah, the dark knight bitch without the mask and cape. I'm acting nation faggot, embrace it. I just got
hell yeah,
validation
say
on
the
my
F
ass whooping
word.
ticket. I'm not
Say
amazing. It's my mad invasion.
He's so brave. He's so brave for saying that.
Paddles anxious. All these haters who mad and be nagging at me, I flip their ass off like an acrobat on a trapeze, and I'll be lashing back like a shack attack on these rap beats. You thought that I was done with completely being an athlete. Don't think you raw just cause you got success. I'll uppercut your ass so many times you look like you was not yet.
Punch
I'm
turn into a ghost and punch him, I
Probably
guess.
best that you don't buy my album. Save your money, yo, do not invest. Your bullshit, come on.
Grandma's just watching.
Tell these motherfuckers that
Hop is back.
I got my do-rag
on.
Sitting on it now. I'm ready to fuck the game up, nigga.
He's ready.
They can get it. You can get it. Y'all can get it. It really doesn't matter, nigga. I consider my flow a malignant rifle. It strips survival and have you screaming like R&B singers who hitting high notes. The sick is spiteful. Tupac's twisted grim disciple. I've been this nice your way before Michael had been the Ligo. My ex-girl's heart is so bruised and burned, begging me to quit rap, but I'm just not ready to let it loose for her. And my hops in the rim, my Lucifer. I didn't blow till I started talking the gang of shit. Tell me who you prefer. Nigga, you ain't ill in the booth. I die and do my
Here
next
it
show
is.
as a hologram and still be realer than you. See, I'm the shit like I slithered in poop. I'm sick of started talking the gang of shit. Tell me who you prefer. Nigga, you ain't ill in the booth. I die and do my next show as a hologram and still be realer than you. See, I'm the shit like I slithered in poop. I'm sick of this sticking my freaking dick inside a bitch as simple as cool. Just not mad. Bullshit, come off of that.
Why, man? Why did he say
See, I'm
that?
the shit like I slithered in poop. I'm sick of this sticking my freaking dick inside a bitch as simple as cool. You ain't ill in
I'm
the
the
booth.
shit like I
do my next
slithered
show
in
as a hologram and still be realer than you. See, I'm the shit like I slithered in poop. I'm sick of this sticking my freaking dick inside a bitch as simple as cool. Just not mad. Bullshit, come off of that. Someone tell these motherfuckers that
The hop is back.
I got my do-rag on. My fit is sitting on it now. I'm
Ready to fuck the game up.
Nigga. They can get it.
They can get it.
Y'all can get it. It really doesn't matter. I got a problem, yo. I was ecstatic to buy Yeezus, but I burned it first. Heard it and snapped it in 5 pieces. Man, Kanye on that bullshit. That's why the paparazzi made that nigga hit his fucking head. That's what that.
This was before. This was before it was like valid to criticize Kanye. By the way, this was fucking 11 years ago.
Bullshit. You think you got now? You half-ass and rap, little faggot bitch. Perhaps you suffered brain damage back when you had that.
Bruh, like, he made Graduation. What the fuck? This is 2013. You like, Hobson said this shit in 2013, bro. He wasn't a Nazi yet. He made Graduation. Like, who the fuck are you, Hobson?
Hip-hop isn't dead no more, you see, cause Kendrick took the bar and then raised it up higher for MCs. Unfortunately, the little niggas like 4 for 3. The guy's a fucking midget. His high is still really short to me. Fuck giving my pencil breaks. My mental state tells me to renovate. If you hand me your shit, I toss your demo tape.
Hop, if you're not spreading love, then why do you even write music?
Cause this is how I feel when I ain't rapping on the mic, you bitch. Am I supposed to code it up? Am I not allowed to open up? I spill the blood of rappers and use Wheezy dreads to soak it up. Bustin' like South Central drive-by. Support the guy with wide eyes, but nigga don't ride my dick when I'm on that high rise. Your bullshit, come off of that. Someone tell these motherfuckers that Hop is back. I got my do-rag on with my fit is sitting on it now. I'm ready to fuck the game up, nigga. They can get it. They can get it. You can get it. You can get it. Y'all can get it.
I know how this guy feels right now. I know how Hobson feels in this moment. Because that's how I feel right now. After listening to this garbage. Thank you, Hobson. Thanks for watching that with me, Donut. Back to this.
Sanity.
I have
right?
a better rapper.
People like Hassan, they live on
let's
the very
go.
phrase of ambiguity.
Is this Maddie B? Who's Manicure? This page doesn't exist. The fuck? What the hell, Donut? This shit don't work. Also, I don't have an X account.
Right? They live.
I need to get on Blue Sky
the very
again.
essence of.
It's just boring to me. I never liked that format. Well. Yeah. Well. It's okay. We're watching Loner Box. Loner Box slams us on.
You can neither confirm nor deny whether or not they're anti-Semitic, and so then they will always claim to be not anti-Semitic, but in reality they are. So yeah, like I mean, these people, you know, like they know what they're doing. Okay, they know what they're doing whenever they go about, you know, acting weird. You know, acting like saying the same exact anti-Semitic tropes, but applying them to like Zionists, right? Yeah, plausible deniability, exactly. And you know what's the funniest part? The funniest part is that if you really want to be pro-Palestinian, if you really want to be anti-Zionist, the best, most pragmatic thing you can do is to be sympathetic to the Jewish plight, right? Is to be sympathetic to the Jewish plight and to be anti-bombing at the same time, right? Is to be somebody who recognizes...
I said yes to working tomorrow. It's supposed to be my 2 days off, but I'll do it once. That's nice of you. Tomorrow I'm streaming, and the day after that I'm streaming, and the day after that I'm streaming, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. There's a cute new male nurse, and I hate it. I get distracted. Ask him on a date. How's your job? I got fired. That was a while ago, though. I just didn't say anything. But anyway, pretty good. With that being said, it's going pretty good. Spill the beans. I got fired because they said I didn't follow up on some projects, which was a lie. But really, they fired me because I had set everything up so that it was all basically I automated all of my tasks. And I fixed all of the long-term issues that the company had been having that were related to technology. And the things that he said I was not following up on, it just wasn't true. I did do that, and I did keep my people in the loop, my boss and whatnot, when they asked me to. Okay, I didn't go out of my way to inform them, the team above me, on every little fucking thing. I would just answer their questions when they asked me. Otherwise, I would be spamming them. I would be annoying them. And that's it. Fuck them. Can you call HR and fight this? What? There's... Well... I probably could have, but I signed the paper already, so... My bad. I was kind of angry because it happened suddenly. And I didn't see it coming. But... I probably should have. I just wasn't doing that much work. And, I had reduced my hours. And I didn't communicate why I was reducing my hours because I thought it was so fucking obvious that a brain-dead moron could see it. But, that was another thing that I... Are you currently financially stable? I don't know about stable, but I'm okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm alright. If I had to, I could sell shit, but I haven't even started doing that yet. The reason that getting fired doesn't stress me out like most people is, number one, because I don't have any real responsibilities. I don't take care of any person. I don't have any kids. I don't have any dependents. And I also just anticipate getting fired, even when I'm not anticipating it, I'm it's in the back of my mind, because you really never know. You can get laid off at any time for any silly reason, especially if you live in a state like mine. But even if you don't live in an at-will employment state, they can still find a way to fire you over something trivial, over some petty shit. So you gotta be prepared. You gotta. So I always have money put back. I never assume that my employment is, going to necessarily continue. It's like definitely going. I never assume that it's definitely going to continue. Damn. Yeah. That's good, man. Yeah, I love getting fired. I love getting fired, and I love quitting because it means, like, 1 second, I'm like I have a job and I'm miserable, and then the next second, I have my schedule's completely free. It's awesome. Do OF. I don't think so, man. I don't think I'm gonna be doing that. Do the hot tub streams. Make thirst traps.
Of both peoples to recognize.
I don't think I will. I don't think I'll do that.
And really, recognition is where it starts. Only with recognition can there come reconciliation, right? Because for the Rwandan genocide, after the Rwandan genocide happened, after the horrors of it,
it's funny that she's bringing this up.
The new ruler essentially held community meetings all the time. Like, I'm pretty sure weekly or all the time they held community meetings in order for people to talk about their grievances with the other community. He would gather both of these two groups of people together, the genocider and the people who were going to be completely genocided. He gathered them together in order to reconcile and heal. And to me, it's just so much more hopeful. There's so much more of a hopeful message behind that, right? There's so much more of a just everything is just so much better when
what does this have to do with it? Keep in mind, this is a person that, as of like a couple weeks ago, what race do you think is superior? I don't think any race is superior, don't I? I think that's crazy, man. I think that's wild. Man, you gotta work on your bait, bro. Like, come on. What did you think I was gonna say to that? White people? Yeah, I think whitey is superior. Yeah. Yeah. So why do we have genocides? Because of racial superiority. Because other people think that they're superior to others. Also, like generational trauma, collective trauma. Sometimes, and this doesn't always happen, okay, and what I'm about to say is kind of a dangerous idea if you misconstrue it even a little bit, but sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes when something bad happens to a group of people, they will retaliate. They will retaliate in a genocidal way. And which people are those? Well, I would say that Israelis are like victims of a genocide historically, and then they have gone on to construct a government and uphold a government that is doing a genocide. So that's a pretty good example, but it just like genocides happen mainly because of the idea that you as a person are owed something and somebody else is getting in the way of that, and you are owed something because of your identity, of who you are, your race, your ethnicity, your religion, and for that reason you must take what you are owed, because nobody's going to give it to you. So like in Nazi Germany, the Nazis said Germany is for the Germans. Germany has been taken by Jews, by brown people. We have to get them out of here. We have to take Germany back. And what did that lead to? That led to arrest. And they attempted to deport people, but they couldn't send them anywhere, so they put them in camps. And then when it was inconvenient to have those people, they killed them. Okay, that's it. That's how it happened. And I'm not saying that to like, I'm saying that to contextualize why the Holocaust happened, the Shoah. But that isn't to absolve Nazis. That's not to say that they aren't evil. What they did was evil. Anyway, I need to go check on my laundry real quick. I will be right back. I've been grinding Skyrim. Never played it all the way once I switched to PC. Feels so good. By the way, Blondie, you should get Expedition 33 on Game Pass. Whew. Sorry, I just walked up like 3 flights of stairs. I don't know what this is.
Rated M for mature.
It's a turn-based game. It's like a cross of Elden Ring and BG3.
Only going to make things worse for everyone.
Is that Souls-like?
No. She chose to come. I didn't make the rules between you two.
You're fighting to change things.
For those who come after.
No, she's getting Thanos. No!
Thought I was used to losing people.
Full screen is unavailable, bitch. I'm full screen right now. Oh, wow. The graphics. The graphics. This is some animation.
Boy, take everything.
Is this true?
Miles with him.
We need to go. Now.
Who are you?
I like the outfits. This is some anime shit, man. Animation. I'm gonna do a backflip and you're gonna hit me and I'm gonna do a backflip and I'm gonna fly up into the air.
I know it seems absurd to offer recompense, but
and they're French? Oh.
She'll never paint again.
Nice. That looks like a pretty fun game. Anyway, back to politics.
People rather than destroy, rather than be
political,
the most destructive person that you can possibly be. It's good, right? You have to be.
I was so frugal that I didn't exit the game because my Game Pass subscription ended, so I left the game running. Yo, that's baller though. That's actually badass. I would think that it would just kick you out, but also you could just like turn it on, like you couldn't you have just like unplugged your computer from the internet? You disconnected it from Ethernet or Wi-Fi? I don't know. Anywho,
right. Only thing that's sad about that country is that the government now really consolidated power. That's understandable because I don't know, dude. It's just I don't know. Rwanda is always just going to be a clusterfuck.
Incredibly empowered.
Yeah. So the reason I was confused about her bringing up Rwanda is because she does not acknowledge that a genocide is happening in Gaza. I asked her on stream. I could pull up the clip if I wanted to. She said, I don't believe that a genocide is happening in Gaza. So like, okay, well then, like, what the fuck is... Why bring up Rwanda then? Like, what the fuck is the point of that? Like, yeah, if Israel were doing what the Rwandan government were doing, it would be infinitely better. It would be unimaginably better. The situation would be so much better. But they're not. So, what the fuck are we talking about?
But all of us need
I
to
don't
call
know.
it out.
At the same time, obviously better than having a complete genocide. But for some reason, the way plausible deniability sounds phonetically, sounds sexual, tickles me a bit. I'm ESL, FYI. What? Nigga, what?
Out. I'm thinking about the New York Times doing a gauzy profile a few weeks ago of this gamer, Hassan Piker, who regularly employs awful genocidal rhetoric against Jewish people in the Jewish state. Like, extremists should not be...
First they came for the gamers.
I didn't even know he name dropped him.
People
I forgot about that.
Prejudice should not be platformed.
That's pretty crazy.
Here comes the partnering allegations. Ooh.
This is a moment when we need to look
It's
ourselves in the
slanderous
mirror
for
and
him to say that,
we
by the
gotta
way.
Stop this because the consequences are deadly.
Her not believing that, isn't that an insult to innocent civilians being killed? I think so, sure. I think that it's mainly just harmful rhetoric. She has an audience, a small audience. Foodshops does. She's telling her small audience that there's no genocide, it's not happening, okay? Many of them probably believe her. You know, and the more people believe that, if everybody, let's say everybody believed that let's say we all agreed that a genocide is happening. Let's just say across the board, every American acknowledges it, we all agree. Okay, obviously, that's not the case, but for this hypothetical, if that were the case, there would be an immense amount of pressure on our government to do something about it. So, what I'm saying is, it's like disrespectful to the civilians that are dying and they're being genocided. But I'm more focused on the material harm. It's this rhetoric that allows Israel to keep doing what it's doing, to keep killing innocent people. Why does she think that? She thinks that because she is just uninformed, uneducated, ignorant of the reality. In my opinion, at this point, willfully ignorant. Because when I first started watching Foodshops, when I first started watching this person, which was like about a month and a half ago, when I first started watching this person, I thought she was simply misinformed. Not just misinformed, but I assumed that she didn't really care about this issue that much, didn't talk about it that much, and that she had just recently started talking about it. And because of all the drama, because of all the fucking internet drama. Okay. What I have learned is that she's been talking about this for quite some time. I think a couple months now, since around the time the Ethan Klein versus Hassan thing got really bad with the content nuke and blah blah blah. So she did get into it for the drama. I was right about that. I stand on that. But she has been covering this a lot. She's been covering this every day, and all in the name of hating Hassan. Just like she just wants to do anti-Hassan shit, anti-Hassan videos. And so I don't think that she really cares about the issue, but I don't think that you can... I'm not going to excuse her for being ignorant about it anymore, because there's no excuse for being ignorant about this when you've been fucking covering it for more than 2 months. You see what's going on, you know what's going on. If you think there's no genocide happening, you are a scumbag. You are it's one thing if you're just a casual American, you're not really into politics, you're just tacitly into politics. Then it makes sense that you don't know that. You don't know that for sure. You doubt the existence of a genocide in Gaza. But when you are streaming every day at 7:30 p.m. Pacific to your small audience, and every day you cover Hassan and what he's saying about the genocide and just various news happenings around that are happening in relation to the genocide, and you're still saying that it's not happening, I think you're a scumbag for that. And I don't think all that is to say. You asked me, why does she think that? I think that she thinks that not because she's ignorant, but because she wants to believe it. Because I think that she, I think that she's Islamophobic. I think she just doesn't like brown people, Muslim people. That's what I think. I think she's a genuinely racist, Islamophobic person. And the reason I think that is because of how she attacks Hassan, how she characterizes him as a terrorist person. He's a terrorist. He's a dirty, savage terrorist. Like that to me, I don't think that a person who isn't racist would hit those notes quite as hard as she does. And anyway, Islamophobia is also just a very normalized thing, so it's getting better in our country, but still.
Because the reality is, security is already heightened at Jewish institutions, synagogues, all over the place. If you go into a synagogue, you're going through Magnetometer and you're walking past police, which we always thank them for the time. Yeah. How much more secure are all these Jewish institutions going to have to get?
Think about that. Last year we had more than 1,700 incidents at Jewish institutions, Kate. More than 1,700.
Not a gamer.
Every Jewish institution has metal detectors, bulletproof glass, like police presence. It's not normal. We shouldn't normalize it.
People of color disturb me. You're going to see it more. You're going to see it, but we're already seeing it more. It's just like we're breaking down walls, we're breaking down barriers. Okay, everybody can be racist. We can all be racist now. I'll never have that mindset. I just hate people equally. Yeah, I get that. I feel that, man. But I do. I don't hate people. I really don't. I think people are misled. Like, even a person like Foodshops is not, it's, like, yes, what she's doing is terrible. What she's saying is terrible. What she's doing is terrible. She's a bad person, sure. But she is, too, a victim. She is a victim of the American education system, as we all are. I am an individual that I got very lucky with the teachers that I had, with the school that I went to. I was awarded opportunities that most kids are not. And I became, in my opinion, better educated than 99% of Americans. And I don't say that to be demeaning or look at me, I'm so great. Like, I'm a dumbass. I say this all the time. Like, I'm a dumbass. I am a highly educated dumbass, okay? Sorry, that mentality is awful and can be dangerous. Spreading that type of information to a community, don't care how small, is deeply disturbed. Yeah. And it's just like it's a common occurrence. Islamophobia is a thing that has gotten better, but it was terrible right after 9/11. It's just like racism in America. It'll probably rear its head again in various ways. But anyway, think about people of color being racist or whatever is I think that a lot of them don't realize how that is going to, you are going to be the first to die, bro. If racism wins, you're gonna be a victim of it. And I have this conversation with people usually from a particular country in South America. If you ever meet somebody and they're from Venezuela and they're living here in America, chances are that they are right-wing and they believe that their home country is like a fucking Jewish communist shithole, and it's insanity. Some of the things that I've heard these motherfuckers say, these Venezuelan immigrants, bro, and Cubans too. Cuban immigrants similarly. I've talked about this before. The Republican voting bloc in Miami, that is mostly Cuban. It's just I think it's people playing their cards. You play the hand you're dealt. They think that if they're on the side of the evil racist, then they will be spared in the white ethno-state and the creation of the white ethno-state. Okay, rape, genocide, ethnic cleansing, gentrification, slavery, the list goes on, but goddamn, hearing about 9/11 is the worst that has happened in this country. No, did I say it was did I use that word, worse? I would, honestly, man, I think that if it's not the worst, it's definitely a contender for, like, the worst event to happen, because it gave our government an excuse to degrade our civil liberties across the board. Like, not just black people, not just like South Americans, but like all Americans. And you can say that it's just like the TSA or whatever. Oh, it's not that big a deal. Like, you got to take your shoes off at the airport or something. But it's not just that. It was first of all the war. There was a Desert Storm. It was the war in Afghanistan, and that was terrible for the public. And the most importantly, it was the creation of the surveillance state. Oh no, not you. Yeah. 9/11 was a tragedy for sure, but it was the real tragedy came after. And like that I don't say that to downplay the people that died in 9/11. Like, that was awful. All of their lives were very important, and they were all robbed of their lives. But the real unimaginable cruelty came after the buildings collapsed. Why can't God fix all of this? Well, that's a philosophical question, and I don't know if I'm fit to answer that, but I'll try my best. I think that God, he loves all people, but people are imperfect, and they do terrible things. Why he allows it to happen, even though he could stop it, I don't know. I can only speculate. But I think that basically there's some, like, greater purpose to all of this, and for whatever reason, the suffering that we create is like necessary for that evolution. Should I bleach my skin? Would you agree to this? No, man. That, first of all, that can cause you can have medical complications. The only people that do it are, like, people that have it starts with a V. I forgot what it's called. Blotchy skin. But I don't think that it's a good idea. No. Even for those people, it can be like, it can be dangerous. You can damage your skin doing that. Michael Jackson did it. Yeah, I know he did. I know. But, like, with him, it made more sense because he had that illness. And then, his whole, mechanism of making money was based around his appearance, number one, and also his singing ability. So it made more sense for him to do it. Like, he kind of needed to. And while there is a risk to it, it's pretty minimal risk. So, like, the cost versus the risk, it just, like, outweighed it. Like, it made sense in his case. Mike Jack.
Horrible today because 2 people are dead. Jonathan, thank you for your time.
We love
Thanks
Mike
for coming on
Jack.
this morning. Sarah.
These goddamn games.
I don't think he was a
You think
pedophile,
that's
by the
why,
way. I think it's
that's why
fucked up that
radicalized?
people say that
The
about
video
him
games make him violent.
when there's very
I still
little
can't believe
evidence.
national media referred to Hassan as a gamer. Well, is he not? Didn't he play Assassin's Creed Shadows? To be fair, okay, I think gamer is probably one of the best ways to describe Hassan, okay? Because he
was
does
not,
nothing
yeah.
for activism other than game. Alright? Like, to compare him to
Yeah,
a
I don't
gamer
think
is
so.
extremely accurate, is it not? It's very prudent.
There's way too many children that he was close to, and while that is kind of weird, it makes sense if you, like, know about his childhood. But anyway, none of those kids are like coming out and being like, yeah, Michael Jackson, like, pedophiled me. Like, if Michael Jackson diddled me. Like none of those kids that he was close with while they were growing up are saying that. So I don't think that he was a pedophile.
Gamergator.
But that's just my opinion.
Racist, anti-Semitic, hates women, plays.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She goes on stream. See, you're not even sure if I'm describing Hassan or I'm describing Gamergator at this point, right? Isn't it kind of funny how now you can apply to both? Oh.
I will say that the only valid thing she said there about Hassan was that he's like misogynistic, and she blew it way out of proportion. Like he's not he's less misogynistic than 99% of men, I think. But he certainly has had his moments of bigotry, sure. I think so. Well, nudes. I read something deeply disturbing, and I guess I won't bother with you about it anymore. What did you read that was disturbing? Also, why did you call me? Why'd you call me that? How'd you know about that? How'd you know? You just dead named me, bro. I missed that name. Is that what? Wait, were you around for that? I didn't even realize. I thought I had changed it to Ja3starr like way last year. That's how I met you, stupid. I didn't realize that I was going by that at the time. I remember when we met. It was when I was playing Outlast. I thought I had changed it by then. High-Res president Stuart Chisholm has confirmed his leaving of the studio after 17 years. He and other senior staff have been let go, but maintain their confidence in the future of Smite 2. Damn, that's tough. In June, I'm leaving High-Res Studios after 17 years. Alex Cantator. Wow. Smite 2 is dead. Fuck him.